This is the Rays POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Tampa Bay Rays, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Hello and welcome to another victorious edition of the Tampa Bay Rays POSTCAST, your spot for instant Rays reaction after every single game. My name is Jonathan Shields. Make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter at Johnny10Shields. I mean, just been super active over there, and what a win! Maybe the most complete game, one of the most complete games this season, and maybe recent memory for the Rays, considering that someone hasn't thrown a complete game in almost 2 years. In almost 4 years. So it's just an incredible amount. And this one, we're going to talk about another big seventh inning. This is how legit this offense is, how the Rays took over after the fifth inning. And we're going to look ahead to see what the Rays need to do to get the series victory tomorrow. But first, we have to talk about something that hasn't happened in 4 years.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Zack Littell complete game. First time since June 3rd, 2021. And it feels crazy talking about pitching in a game where the Rays won 16-3. But we have to start there just because of what has happened since then. Since this never happens. So again, Littell, and he was shaky. I literally wrote down in my notes, he was shaky through the first 4 innings. And then something happened after that 4th inning with the entire team. From the 5th inning on, they completely took over this game, Zack Littell included. And after the 5th inning, outside of apparently Jeremy Pena, who is prime Barry Bonds against the Rays, and he just completely took over. And when you look at what Littell has done over his last, I think it's now 7 starts, I mean, he's been magnificent. And of course, it was good for him. 117 pitches. I mean, BA said it before the game ended. It's like, screw the complete game. The last time a Rays pitcher threw 117 pitches. I mean, that is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous stuff. And so happy that the streak is over, because I think the Rays had the longest streak without a complete game in the majors. So good for the Rays to get it done. So for the Rays, we can talk about the offense. And now this offense, I think, is officially legit. 16 runs. Let me get the official stats here, because I don't want to skimp out on any stats. 16 runs, 18 hits. Just ridiculousness from this offense. And it started with the Yandy homer in the 3rd, and then just kind of built from there. So first of all, really good to see Yandy put the barrel on the ball. I'm pretty sure he was in like a 3 for 31 at some point coming into this game. So he was in a tough spot. But the Rays take the 3-1 lead, and Pena hits the home run. It's 3-3. The Rays are in the exact same spot that they were in 2 days ago, the last time we had a postcast. And then for the Rays to almost do the exact same thing that they did after that, except one up it and score even more runs, is just ridiculous. But I think the turning point in this game happened before any of those runs started to get scored in the 7th and 8th innings.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
I think it was a Junior home run in the 4th, because Pena retook the lead or tied the game, and then Junior comes back up and puts the Rays ahead. So from there on, the Rays just completely took off. And then in the 5th, and that's when Littell really started settling too. And then in the 6th, Junior gets another one, and then Mangum hits him in. And man, he was good today. And then you continue to go through, and then the Rays get a brutal call. Mangum got picked off first, which he didn't. And then the Rays didn't have their challenge because they used it earlier in the game. And then he would have scored, because the Rays end up stacking 4 hits in a row. Meade gets a hit. Josh Lowe, who, by the way, has just done wonders to this lineup, as Josh Lowe. He gets a hit, and Mangum would have scored there. So it should have been 6-3 there. And at this point, the Rays were like thoroughly outplaying the Astros, and they should have been up more. And then Jansen comes up, he couldn't come through, and then Aranda, again, another bad call, it wasn't a strike. And then boom, the Rays are out of that inning. And then, of course, that is when the Rays turn it on with that just huge 7th inning. And it was good because Brandon Lowe extended his streak, right? that's kind of what helped start it all. And then right when he doubled, it's like the floodgates open. And then Junior comes back up. Don't worry, we're gonna get into Junior later. He comes back up, and then Jake Mangum hits his first career home run. I mean, just blasted. Then it's 9-3, and then Josh Lowe just continues to stick the dagger even deeper, 11-3, and then Junior comes back up in the because this offense is relentless, and then it's 14-3, and then God forbid they stop scoring. Right? They wanted to add on some more insurance in the ninth to make it 16-3. So I mean, the Rays have now scored 30 runs in this series, and that includes getting dominated by Framber yesterday, and just ridiculous stuff from this Rays offense. And it's something that we talked about in this podcast that they just need a little bit more depth. Well, here come the reinforcements, and they're not gonna be as bad as they were again. They're not gonna be as elite as they are now. But where is their middle gonna be? Right? Is it gonna be 5 runs a game? Is it gonna be 4.5 runs a game? Is it gonna be 6 runs a game? And that's where it really starts to get into with this Rays team. So if you guys are in live, make sure you leave a like and comment. We're gonna get to them at the end, as we always do. But we're gonna talk more about how the Rays completely took over this game after the 5th inning, going into the 5th inning. And then we're also going to look ahead to see what the Rays need to do to win this series. And we're going to talk more about the offense and Junior Caminero right after this. This episode is brought to you by FanDuel. The NBA playoffs are in full swing, and every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, there's never been a better time to get on action. FanDuel is easy to stay before tipping live with player props, performance training, game parlays. Fans have more ways to play smart and win big. You have time to go place a same-game parlay on the Pacers-Knicks game, right? Game 6, Pacers win, they go to the finals. If you think Halliburton's going to bounce back and have another insane game, you think he's going to score 20-plus points, you can go bet that. You think Pascal Siakam's going to get 4-plus rebounds, you can go bet that. If you're new to FanDuel, it's the perfect time to sign up because if you go to FanDuel.com and place your first $5 bet, if it wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. So again, if I'm breaking up a little bit, I apologize again. I'm still not in my normal setup. So hopefully audio-wise, it's still good. If the picture is lagging a little bit behind, just know I'm trying my best. The reason I was a little late to go live, I was testing out from my hotspot to the Wi-Fi here to see what was the best solution. So I am aware, but we're going to keep on chugging along because Junior Caminero keeps on chugging along. And let me give you some insane stats of our player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Junior now has 11 RBIs in the last 3 games. Insanity. Let me just read you his game log because I wrote it all down, but I wanted to go a little bit deeper with you guys on. Obviously, he was 4-5 today, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. So I think pretty self-explanatory why he's the player of the game. His batting average was 244 coming into the series, 249 coming into the series. It is now 265. He now has 13 home runs, 37 RBIs. I mean, what he's done is insane. On Friday, he went 3 for 6 with 6 RBIs. Today, he goes 4 for 5 with 5 RBIs. I mean, what he's doing is stuff that we hope that Junior could do. Be that franchise player, right? And he has done that and then some over this weekend. I mean, the way the sound comes off his bat, just it's different, and we've known that. But now his hitting coach came in, and the Rays need to pay him whatever they need to keep him hitting because, man, he has came in ever since that extra day off, and he's just been a different player. Since that extra day off, which was the last game of the last Houston series, he's jumped his average from 230 to 265. I mean, guys, this is just insanity from Junior Caminero, and not enough can be said about him. Just utterly ridiculous. So as we go look ahead, I also thought Josh Lowe, again, we talked about him. What he's brought since he's been back, just fantastic. And I also thought Cabby was fantastic. He's been great the last 2 games. Put him in that leadoff spot, he has delivered. I thought he was great again today. And then the Rays end up finishing 7 of 18 with runners in scoring position. Houston, I think they would have ended up 0 for 3, but they were 0 for 1 going into the 9th inning. I mean, that is just domination. The Rays were dominating this game, and they finally got the runs they deserved to have, which they should have had earlier in the game if it wasn't for a few unlucky calls. They finally got them in that 7th, 8th inning. And it is just so weird how eerily similar this game was to Thursday night. Tied at 3, and then the Rays explode in the 7th and 8th innings. This time the Rays got a little extra insurance to score even more runs than they did on Thursday. Just eerily similar to that game. So if you guys are in the comments, make sure you leave a comment in the live. Make sure you leave a comment. We're about to get to them as we always do. If you guys are watching the replay, make sure you leave a like and comment. If you're watching on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you may be watching, leave 5 stars on there as well. So real quick before we get to the comments, we're going to look ahead to tomorrow's game, as the Rays will try to get to 3 games above 500, which they've only done one other time this year, and it'll be against Hunter Brown. Like, the Rays touched up Hunter Brown last time. This has been kind of well documented. He bounced back, going 6 innings of 6-hit 1-run ball against the Athletics, 8 strikeouts. So obviously the Rays got on him for 5 earned and 3 home runs. So look, he's still one of the best pitchers in the American League. The Rays are going to counter with Taj Bradley, who's been really good outside of the first inning recently. He's given up 2 or less runs in 5 of his last 6 outings as Taj. So we need that Taj again. With this offense right now, all you need to do is keep giving out quality starts for this offense. And then what this offense is doing, I know Fromber was an outlier. What I told you guys yesterday, Fromber kills the Rays, and he did it again today. When he's pitching well, I literally called it. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball. So let's get to the comments. So we go to Rain Man, who always comments on the replays. And Rain Man, honestly, always so negative most of the time. But he says, okay, I'm currently very wrong about this offense. Yes, inconsistent, but when they're on. So the potential they are potentially dangerous and also potentially dead. But I would lean more to potentially dangerous, because this is the offense that the Rays thought that they were going to get from opening day, right? I'm telling you, when Josh Lowe went out, it was massive. Like, this is a guy that contributes so much. And then Jake Mangum wasn't supposed to be a guy that was going to be on the Major League roster start, but he's came up and he's not going anywhere. And then eventually what you're going to do with Chandler Simpson when he comes back, whatever, we can get to that different time. But this offense, with the way Brandon Lowe is hitting, with the way Yandy hopefully can turn it on and start hitting, Josh Lowe. When I'm telling you, when your first 5 can go Josh Lowe, Brandon Lowe, Yandy Diaz, Jonathan Aranda, and Junior Caminero, that is a legit first 5. And now you can go Jake Mangum 6. You can go whatever. Curtis Mead is still swinging a very hot bat, and he's only going to play 2-3 times a week, if that. So just absolutely, this offense is the story. I know what Zack Littell did hasn't happened in like 4 years, but this offense is the story right now, and it's just ridiculous. So mission accomplished already on the split. Now finish these embarrassing. Might as well taking 3 out of 4 and climbing those standings. Jake proving himself too. Yeah, we said it during the last game of the Twin Series. The reason why winning the last game against the Twin Series was, if you go split with the Astros, regardless, you're going to be still a game up, a game over 500. And that's what the Rays have done. They position themselves beautifully to come back and have another really good homestand. So Gary says the Rays offense scores in double digits once again. That is a total of 44 runs over the last 6 games. Such enormous improvement over last season. Junior Caminero in particular has been raking. Yeah, we went into Junior stats a little bit. Just ridiculous. That's our Genus and It's Cat also says stuff about Junior as well. As we go to Mike Gates, we talked about this. 117 pitches for Zack Littell. Just utter. It's crazy what they. It's crazy that they let him finish it. Seriously, if anyone knows, if they said in the post game before I went on, when the last time a Rays pitcher has thrown that many pitches, please let me know, because that is insane. As we're going to get to Gary's comment about Chandler after we get through these comments. I want to talk about this game as much as possible. Then we'll get to Junior. As we go to Itzkai, says we now have a plus 42 run differential. They had a minus run differential probably 8 games ago. What this team has done, they've completely revitalized their season. They lost a series of the Marlins, and since then they've now won 9 of 11, and they're dominating teams. They had the one walk-off against Houston. One of the Twins teams was close, but for the most part, they're a dominating team. Is Rays offense, his team in general, just has potential just to be, ridiculously good. As lagged a little bit right there, just ridiculously good. As we go to Mike, he says, "Good to see Mangum back. 2 great catches today's first home run." Yeah, and what they lose in Simpson, Mangum does a lot of. He's not as fast as Chandler, but he can still steal back defense, and he's probably more at the plate, if I'm being honest. Chandler will be back, so do not worry about that. As Gary also talks about, switch helps him so much against lefty, 100%. The reason why more optimistic is no options. They don't want to go up on him yet, but Cash pinch yesterday, I didn't watch the game. I just had to look at the box score. For a lefty, I mean, that screams of no confidence in the guy. I mean, that's what it is right now. As we go back to Mike, he goes, how fun has it been watching the Rays the last couple of weeks? I mean, it has been it has been a blast to watch the Rays. I mean, they now go and expect to win. As we go to one stock, he says, the Tampa Bay Rays went 7 for 17 with runners in scoring position today. Now that's cold. Hard cash on the barrel, fully pun intended. Yeah, that's a good pun. As I want to get to your comment about Josh Lowe. Yeah, I thought I saw it right here. Josh Lowe has been dynamic force in right field for the Tampa Bay Rays, a true five-tool talent who brings energy, power, and excitement every time he steps on the field. Yeah, I mean, he's been so good, and he's been the catalyst behind the Rays completely turning it around. As we go to Matt Blankenship, he says, man, 16-3. What a fun game to watch. So happy for Jake in his first home. Pretty much ever had a good day. I mean, this was as good of a Rays win you're going to have maybe all season. A complete game by a pitcher, which, again, hasn't happened in 4 years, and the offense scoring 16 runs. I mean, you almost got to pitch yourself what this Rays team is doing. As we go to Itzcat, he says, the line we put against Framber wasn't great either. We were without the Lows. I feel confident with the Rays tomorrow against a right-handed pitcher, and a right-handed pitcher that they've had success against, right? So, yeah, the Rays will rake his righties. Quickly, I want to talk about, before we get to the final few comments, what Josh Lowe has done against lefties this year. I mean, he's been really good. I'm going to get those exact numbers right now, and I don't know if this is going to factor in. He had another hit in this game as well, man. 3 for 4 for Josh. He's up to 327. Just he's been ridiculous. So against lefties, okay, this is without this game, but so far against lefties, he's going to hit for 330. Josh Lowe against lefties. He gives you that. He's not even 330. He's above like 6 against lefties. Just will play every day. I continue. Let me get out of here. As Mike Hayes talks about 13-game hitting streak, and Matt talks about, again, 2021 is the last complete game that a Ray got. So, yeah, I mean, just an utter – talking about complete – Zack Littell's complete game, an entire team complete game for the Rays. So, again, guys, enjoy this one because wins like this, obviously, I mean, I don't know the last time the Rays probably have never scored this many runs in a complete game. I mean, Rays like this, wins like this don't happen too often. The stretch that the Rays are on like this doesn't happen too often. And we talked about it. Like, it's funny because the Rays are doing exactly what they talked about. We've talked, we said it's not about how many games the Rays can win in a row. Can they win 9 of 11, which they have? Can they win 16 of 19? Can they win 20-24? That's where this Rays team can get to now, and that's what we've talked about. So as Gary even says, 3 out of 4 tomorrow. Why not? Why not with this team? I'm telling you guys, enjoy this right now because baseball can be a cruel sport. The Rays could easily lose 5 in a row. I don't think they're going to. By the way, also with the way that the starting pitching staff is going, I didn't talk about Ryan Pepio yesterday. Filth, pure filth from Pep. So, I mean, the Rays starting pitching just keep pushing out quality starts like it's nothing. So, again, why not 3 out of 4 tomorrow? Why not go, they have a 6 a.m. homestand? Oh, I should probably get out of here. My Wi-Fi is really breaking up. But they have a 6 a.m. homestand coming up, right? 2 series. Why not go 4-2, right? Take advantage of this momentum and keep climbing up those standings. So I'll get out of here before the Wi-Fi kicks me out. I'll try to have better Wi-Fi for the episode tomorrow. Hopefully it was still okay. Hopefully you guys could understand me for the most part. But again, the best part about Rays baseball, man, they're playing hot right now, and they will go for the series win. Take 3 out of 4 from Houston tomorrow. So I will see you guys then, hopefully after a victorious postcast or a victorious game.